Emotional abuse is also abuse. It doesn't need to leave physical scars on you or visible scars so that you can say someone abused you. It doesn't matter if people do not see it. It is still abuse, and it's still as damaging as physical abuse. So don't think that it's less of an abuse, or that now because someone does not hit you, it's a reason to stay. It damages you. It's just that you cannot see it. And if you need more of a reason to move on, research shows that there's a tendency of emotional abusers to move to physical abuse. Just another reason. It doesn't mean that emotional abuse is not reason to move on. It is reason enough, because abuse is never about love. It's not that this person loves you so much that they get out of control. It's not that they love you that much, that's why they don't want you to leave. Abuse is always about control. There's something that they're getting out of the abuse. I think of abuse this way: the abuser is a vampire, and you are the source of blood. So if you try to leave, you're leaving them without the source of blood, and therefore they will want you to stay. It's not that they love you so much that they don't want you to leave. It's about losing their source. There are many tactics that emotional abusers use. One of them is isolation. It may come off as someone is caring for you, but I promise you, they don't. They want you to not have a safety net. They want you to be isolated and alone and only have them, so that no one can point out that what they're doing to you is wrong. They want you to feel like there is no escape, so that you can remain there. And sometimes it may feel like the person cares for you. Like they may say your friends said this and that, or your friends do not care much about you because they did this. And they can make up stories about them so that you can leave them, because they'll tell you that you deserve better. They can also pretend to be victims. So they can say things like, I don't feel welcome by your family, or your family said this about me. So if you really love me, you should leave them. You should not stay there, because if they're hurting me, you shouldn't be okay with that. And if you can remember the story of the journalist, I can't remember her name, the one who used to just stay at the home, she couldn't leave, etc, etc. Like that was the reason, so that the person can have control over you. Part of isolation, restricting you from working, and you may think that this person wants to treat you like a baby girl, to give you princess treatment. It's really hard to leave an abusive relationship if you do not have money, because first of all, where will you go? There is no place where you can go without money. Transport is money. Renting a place requires money. So you may think that the person is treating you well, but it may be a way to control you. So even restricting your access to legal help or legal resources, because they want to control you. It's not a good thing. Whenever someone is trying to restrict your access, please think twice. Another one is a person does not want you to go to places alone. They will take you there, they will accompany you there, and you might think that this person cares for you, but they don't. They just want to keep tabs on you. You may think that, oh, he loves me so much, he takes me to places, he ensures that I'm there, he stays there, so that he ensures that we are safe and everything. No. They're taking you there so that they can keep tabs on you. And sometimes there are people who stalk you and you won't even know. Because that's the point of stalking. You don't know. So someone may be following you around and you don't even know. Someone may be keeping tabs on your phone, wanting to have your password and everything, as if it's not a personal item, to go through your messages and everything. It's the keeping tabs. If someone is doing this to you, it's another tactic. A common tactic that they use is to devalue you. And this will come in forms of insults. It will come in form of critiquing you all the time. When they talk about you, they will talk about the negative things. They will never tell you a positive thing about yourself. Someone may also be humiliating you in front of people and passing it off as a joke. And I always say, if it's a joke, then the person who is being humiliated would also be laughing. It would also be funny to them, but it's not. And they will tell you that you're too sensitive or you're ruining the mood, but you're not at fault to be angry. Anyone will be angry if someone will humiliate them. The thing with negative talk is that over time, you'll start to believe them. If someone is constantly telling you that you're ugly, if someone is constantly telling you that no one else will ever love you like they do, because this person is telling you this constantly, you'll start to believe it, and then it will erode your self-esteem. You'll think that this person is doing you a favor by being with you, because by him telling you that, you think that, he's of higher value and you're of lower value, and therefore you should stay around. There are plenty of people in this world who can love you. I know it doesn't seem that way, but it's true. You can't tell me out of 8 billion people in the world that only one person is the one who can love you. It doesn't make sense that only one person can love you. That's a lie. So don't take it lightly, because they are words. Words are very powerful things. They will shape your perception, they will shape your belief, they will shape your esteem. So take them seriously. Another thing they can do is to use intimate knowledge that you gave them to hurt you. You might have opened up to the person regarding something that happened in your life, or how your family is, or what you did in the past, and then they will use that to attack you. Projection is also something that's very common. So if they're cheating on you, they will constantly accuse you of cheating on them, even if you're not. Even when they know for a fact that you're not cheating on them, they will project that onto you. Another one is silent treatment, ghosting you, or stonewalling you. Stonewalling is basically someone completely ignoring you. So it's like they have put up a wall and you can't get through to them. It may seem normal. It may be a common thing that people do, but it is a tactic of emotional abuse. Abusers use this to make you comply to them. Let's say you did something and then they shut you out. It's like training you. They want to tame you. So because they did this to you, you won't want to repeat that behavior that made them to give you the silent treatment, or to ghost you, or to stonewall you. It's just another tactic. And it's painful for someone to do that to you. So don't feel like you're overreacting. Another one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is meant to make someone question their sanity and their sense of perception and their reality. It's not simply lying. I'll give an example. So you'll see that someone has done this to you, or that they have done a certain behavior, and then when you confront them about it, they deny it constantly. And this is to make you question yourself, because you'll wonder, did I not see that? Was I dreaming? Was it something that was in my imagination? Because they want you to trust them. They want you to get to a point where you can't trust yourself. And that's such a horrible thing. It is such a horrible thing to not be able to trust your own judgment, your own reality, and have to rely on someone else to give you a sense of reality, which is usually to their advantage anyway. It's not that they will give you the right information. So if you suspect that someone is doing this to you, whenever it happens, write it down, or even record it if you think that it's going to happen at that particular point, so that you can tell yourself that you're not crazy for thinking that it actually happened, so that even when they deny it to you, you'll have proof that proves to yourself that you're not crazy, that you did not imagine things. They can also threaten you so that you can comply to their demands. So they will tell you that they will harm you, or that they will harm maybe a pet you have. They will say that they can harm your friend or your family if you do not do whatever they want you to do. No one who loves you would ever do that. It's just to make you be obedient to them. So anything they want, you have to do. That is not what a healthy relationship looks like. And also, if you find that someone is threatening to also harm themselves, to commit suicide, if you leave them, you can inform someone who's close to them so that you don't have the burden of if I leave and this person dies and kills themselves, then it's on me. No, you can inform a family member, you can inform a friend so that they can look after them. No one should ever threaten you to stay. If you don't want to stay, you have a right to leave. You don't have to stay there because someone will say that they will commit suicide. It is a very horrible way to manipulate someone to stay. So these are just some of the things that they do. There are many things that they do, but if you find that you relate to any of this or a couple of this, you're in an abusive relationship. For most victims of abuse, there's a tendency to doubt yourself. And if you need to watch another video that will tell you the same thing, please do. Please watch as many videos as you can so that you can be convinced. Emotional abuse can cause deep psychological scars. You may lose yourself. You may lose your esteem. You may lose confidence. You feel like you're not the same person. And I want to tell you that that's not the end. You can heal. It's a long process. It's a painful process, but it's possible for you. If you can afford a therapist, please go and see a therapist. But if not, there are very many resources online, YouTube. There are articles about healing from abuse. So do it for yourself. It may take longer, but it doesn't mean that it's not working. So be patient with yourself and give grace to yourself because it takes time. Repairing something takes time. Destroying something can happen in one day. But then building and rebuilding something takes a lot of time. So don't feel discouraged. Keep on healing. You can get to be a healed version of yourself. And one thing that you need to know is that you're stronger than you think. And I know it's something that you may not want to hear because you don't want to be strong anymore. But it's just something that you have to dig into because strength will take you out of such places. Strength doesn't mean that you need to be running. Strength can be you crawling out of that place. Strength can be you walking out of that place. Strength can be you shouting for help. And if you need help from your loved ones and you have someone who you can tell to support you, reach out to them so that you don't have to go through it alone. So don't lose hope. There is hope for you. Until next time, bye.